Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. I am so happy to be back in action this week with a very fun, interesting thrift haul. If you're new here, my name is Bri. I'm the owner and artist at Upcycled by Bri, and I love to go thrifting and junking. Pretty soon it's going to be garage sale season, you name it. Then I take my finds and I either resell them or upcycle them into beautiful home decor. As you hop on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. And if you see something you love today behind me, go ahead and head on over to my website. I've dropped it in the chat and the description box, and go ahead and purchase the item because things do go pretty quickly. If you just leave it in your cart, there's a chance somebody else can still come in and buy it. So if you see something you love, go grab it and then come back and hang out with us. Good morning, Tracy. How are you? So sorry I was MIA last weekend. I had a horrible cold and I took the weekend off and did some resting. But that means that I've got some good stuff. I ran by Topeka yesterday and went to an antique store, and boy, did I score some amazing goodies. I brought a few of them to today's haul, and then a lot of them will be on this week's Whatnot auctions as well. First up, a couple little of insulators. I picked up some teal and brown ones, and they are listed up at $9.95 each, sold individually. Drop me a comment in the chat and let me know which one is your favorite. Do you prefer the ceramic or the glass? I don't know. It's too hard for me to choose, but I love the combination of both of them together. That's for sure. It's $9.95 each on those, and I paid a couple bucks for them at the antique mall. It's an antique store. I keep saying mall. It's just a store. I did buy quite a bit. Picked up this pretty little crockery bowl out at Charlie's. That is also a thrift store in Topeka that I hit up yesterday. Charlie's is one of my very favorites in Topeka, and they are always amazing and give me a 20% discount, which is lovely as well. This is just a little handmade piece, 2004 HIC, maybe. But I thought it would look amazing with some greenery out the top of it. Good morning, Ashley. How are you? I am live on Facebook and YouTube, so I'll try to keep comments and questions straight when they pop up. I found a ton of thread spools. Also stopped by the Giving Tree in Topeka. It's really nice there on the Topeka Boulevard little strip. It's like Giving Tree, boom, antique store, boom, Charlie's, boom. And they're all just like right there. Those are the three places I went yesterday. I do have these listed up individually. They are $6.95 each, and they are picked at random. Some are a little bigger, some are just a little bit smaller, but they are either like white or cream colored. And I am now on the hunt for scissors. I want to start selling these with scissors and making some fun little handles and dispensers for them. Stephanie's shopping this morning. She just picked up she found the scared cat incense holder. She said, Bri, please take this to somewhere where I can buy it. And I said, girl, I got you. It will be on my Saturday morning thrift haul. So Stephanie just picked up this adorable little scaredy cat, hunched back incense holder. It's been used just barely. And she grabbed that for $10.95. Good morning, Suzanne. How are you? All right. Where are my rusty, crusty lovers at? I listed up a few bottles this week. I'll save just a few more for next week's thrift haul as well, because I know not everybody is on Whatnot yet. This is one of my top favorites. The bottles are $8.95, and they all have just a little bit of floral stuck inside of them. So teal bottle, and it's Gastoria is what it says on the side. Dr. Spichter's. So some really fun old bottles out at Ferris Wheel Antiques. I did a little live thrifting yesterday, and we ran into the bunny section at the Giving Tree. And I could not pass him up. I actually even listed him up as a derpy bunny. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Kim. Hey, Diesta. How are you guys? This was a $1.99 at the Giving Tree. I have it listed up for $16.95. And if you are a fun, kitschy decor person, you'll need this bunny in your life. The planter part inside is still nice and clean, and somebody did just a fabulous paint job. There were some very interesting bunnies yesterday, that's for sure. Cute little wall hanger, floral pocket with a beautiful faux rust patina. I actually picked this one out of the Goodwill bins. It is up at $10.95. It's got that great bit of rust around the top there as well. Crystal's grandma has 200 of those rusty, crusty bottles. Yes, I am a bottle collector. I need to know your grandma. Some gorgeous brass salvage. I actually sourced this off of a Whatnot auction, and it looks like these were part of electric fixtures from the Underwriters Laboratories. So sometimes when I find those lamps, they're pretty pricey and worth a lot of money online. Somebody took all of the lamps apart. We salvaged the brass pieces. They are $14.95. And I thought it would be really fun to mount these to some wood and maybe make like a little secret little bird's nest or something in the hole. Barbara has a bunch of bottles as well. I am obsessed. I found a few oil cans out at Ferris Wheel Antiques. This one is up at $12.95, and it is that perfect rust patina. Y'all, I haven't found any of these for quite a while, so if you've been waiting, now is your chance. And this one is even empty inside. No oil, just a little dirt. I also paid a couple dollars each for the oil cans. Crystal, you better go get with your grandma when she's ready to declutter. You can sell all of the old stuff for Farmhouse Decor. I found this gorgeous birdhouse at the Giving Tree yesterday. It has a wood finial and metal details. You know, wood and metal, totally my jam, kind of the whole theme of today's haul. Super industrial. This one opens here in the front, and then it also unlatches on the bottom for a little easier decorating. I have it listed up at $24.95, and I paid $10.99 at the Giving Tree. I like the hook on this one, how it's just on one side, kind of offset. Be really cute hung on a spring porch. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? What's everybody up to this weekend? Pardon me as I still am getting past this crap. I found a faux coffee mill, just a really cute little piece of wall decor. And I figured if you have a cottage core home or an industrial farmhouse home, this would be so cute by your coffee bar. And I would stick just like a few little sprigs of floral out of the top of it. Listed up at $14.95. The bird cage is $24.95, and I did drop the link to the Shop the Hall collection here in the chat, but if you guys need any specific links, feel free to ask, and I can make it easy for you. And good morning, Teresa, Barbara. All right. Here's another one of the beautiful bottles I found. Amber bottles, I think, are my favorite. It's really hard because I love them all. Little dusty. The dust is free, you guys. No extra charge. $8.95 on the bottles, and this one has little sprigs of yellow floral, which I think is like the perfect cottage core summer combo right here. The yellow and the brown. Some people put their brown bottles away for the summer, but there's no need. You just change out the floral to something a little springier. I found a gorgeous set of shoe forms, solid wood, and I love how they have the wooden little knobs up here too, because those are great for hanging little flowers off of. I personally would use these as wall decor or set them up in a vignette, kind of stacked on top of each other like this on a shelf next to some books. I paid $7 for the set at the Giving Tree, and they are up at $19.95. Good morning, Dee Dee. How are you? Dee Dee, your gorgeous McCoy picture is heading to the post office after this morning's live. I know I wasn't on last week, Dee Dee. I was sick, and I've missed you. I saw you updated your profile picture too on Facebook, and it's gorgeous. In fact, anybody, oh, the bird cage is sold. Thank you, Marty. Did you purchase it by chance, or did you just notice? It looks like a Marty item. And she did. It reminds me of that little brown one of mine, Marty, that you've been eyeballing for years. I still haven't sold it. You're still at top of the list. Tiny little tobacco basket. This one got saved out of the Goodwill bins. It's got a little break here in it, but I don't mind, especially when these are newer. If they've got a couple little breaks, it makes them look older. And we hold on to this one for the next 20 or 30 years, and it will be vintage as well. $12.95 on the mini tobacco basket. If you were waiting on anything off of my website as far as shipping goes, I will be heading to the post office as soon as I'm done live today. I did get like a day or two behind because of being sick, and I am so sorry. But I worked extra late last night and got up a little early this morning to get them all done before I sold anything else. All right, I found another copper coal scuttle. It does have a couple of dings in it, right? You know, it's been used, but it is copper and brass, and the patina on it is stunning. In fact, I just sold my other one last week, so I was happy to find one to replace it. This was 20% off at Charlie's, so I paid, oh, that's a lot of math, $24. It is up at $99.95. Isn't it stunning? It's got the couple little dings right here, but I think, honestly, they can be popped. Oh, yeah, they can be popped right back out. Yoo-hoo! The bunny tureen, yes, that was a Whatnot sale on Tuesday, I do believe, or Thursday. Y'all be sure to follow me on Whatnot and bookmark all my shows because now there's more than one place I'm selling. So $99.95 on the copper scuttle. I paid $24. But I did bring some of the good rusty, crusty stuff here too. Don't you worry. I'm spreading the love out. I will look for another bunny tureen. It was very popular. I think it went for, was it? It was like $43 or $47, I do think, if I remember correctly. Gosh, you guys, I sell so much stuff now. It's hard to remember. I found some gorgeous faux ceiling tin tiles. I always pick these up when I see them. They are gorgeous painted. Don't necessarily love the colors on this at all, but I'm going to give it a beautiful coat of paint. It's a read description item, and it will get a beautiful coat of wax. I've got 4 of them. I picked them out of the by the pound bins, and they are listed up individually. They're $19.95 each after painted, $16.95 each after they're painted, and they are sold individually. Hey, Teresa, thank you so much. She's dropping some links for me. That's very kind of you. Diesta, I love the colors. Don't get me wrong. Look, like if you look at my aesthetic, I actually love the color combination. Love all these colors. Just not applied on these ceiling tins. Once I paint these and you see them made over, you'll be like, ah, girl, I see what you were saying. They just don't make all of those beautiful details pop the way they could. So once they're painted, you're gonna catch my drift. I don't hate the colors. I actually love that color palette. I found a beautiful cowboy shelf at the bins. Not my normal style. I love a little farmhouse. I don't do a ton of cowboy stuff, but this is a gorgeous shelf, and it was about to go to the dump, and we couldn't have that. I have it listed up at $16.95. It's got the little hangers mounted here in the back, and then it looks like they screwed a couple of random hooks on. And I'll leave those and let y'all decide if you want the hooks or if you're going to take them off. And I found a ton of horseshoes yesterday. I didn't have time to get them listed up yet. They're kind of dirty. I need to get them cleaned up. But stay tuned for some horseshoes next week to go with the gorgeous shelf. Yeah, it would be really good for a man cave, Teresa. You were so right. $16.95 on the shelf. And if y'all are curious about this whatnot I keep talking about, I have all that information linked down in the description box as well. It's a live auction app I've been on since June, but I've only been really consistent on the app since around like September, October. But it is so much fun. A whole fun community of people over there as well. More friends. It's not just an app. It's a place where you can go and meet even more friends, like-minded friends that love junk. So I highly recommend checking it out. I do have a little link down in the description box. You can earn $15 in credit if you're new to shop with. So you can come check it out for free, but not really for free because you're going to get addicted like the rest of us. I found this adorable sugar container in the bins. There was no more of the set and there was no lid, but I love picking up these vintage kitchen tins to put flowers in the spring. And summer, that yellow color is going to be great. If you wanted to say sugar and have flowers, awesome. But you know what? You can always just spin something like this around as well. And now you just have this stunning vintage yellow metal planter. It is up at $12.95. Oh, it's a West Bend, made in the USA. Teresa asked, have you seen anyone sell the resin ocean stuff like what I do? Not on Whatnot, Teresa, but there is an artisan home goods section where people sell their handmade creations. And I think you would be amazing over there. Private message me and I can send you some seller information. Suzanne asked, how am I painting these? Which items, Suzanne? The ceiling tins? Okay, so $12.95 on the sugar container. Suzanne, on the ceiling tins, if that's what you're asking about, I was thinking I would do something really light, a light blue or green and white wax. All right. Eggs. I found eggs at the Giving Tree. They were $1.99 each, and I have them up at $8.95. I couldn't pass them up. New in the package, and those colors are perfectly amazing. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to like read comments, and I think I missed a couple things. Oh no, Dee Dee. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what was going on. I hope you're feeling better too. That's no fun. There's been some icky stuff going around. I fortunately was only down for a couple of days with a bad cough, and then I popped right back up. All right. How about a cast iron doorstop? What is he? Is he like a Scotty? Some kind of terrier? Wait for it though. Get your peen doorstop here. He's absolutely amazing, and he would actually look really cute out in the garden too, like up against a potted plant or something. He is $24.95. I paid $4.99 for the doorstop, and it is super heavy. I tested it on my front door. It definitely holds it open. I found a very nice vintage nut grinder in the Goodwill bins. I have it listed up at $10.95. It's still very clean and usable inside as well. Mo, yes, I know. Such a naughty little dog. And usually when I find these are super gross and nasty inside, and I leave them behind because, you know, I mean, it's a cute decor piece, but when I buy this, I'm thinking more function. And when they're gross inside, I don't want to clean them. But this one isn't gross. It's nice and clean, and it's $10.95. Hey, good morning, Roxy. How are you? The price on the eggs is per bag. You are correct. And I think I have like 5 of those available. I found a bell holder. Now, we have no bell. We have no dinner bell, but that is easy to fix. Just a little bell and a little string, and you will be back in business. But I figured somebody would really want this John Deere bell holder. The colors on it are stunning. Little bit of natural distressing happening on the wheels. And then, of course, it can be mounted wherever there's a hole here and here. Let's see what I have on this one. $19.95 on the John Deere dinner bell holder. And if you didn't want to attach a bell to this too, you could also use it to hang like a wind chime or a little plant. Oh, thanks, Dee Dee. I appreciate it. Dee Dee said I look nice and she couldn't even tell I was sick. I really appreciate that. About 4 or 5 days ago, you definitely could tell. I was looking a little pale. And I did lose a couple pounds, which was not the goal, but it's okay. We're going to get it back. I found a key hook, wall hook, picture frame holder, which I thought was pretty interesting. I don't really see a lot of these. I'm going to give it a makeover, though. I think it could be even more amazing. It's a read description item. So whenever you see that listed up on my website, make sure you take a second, read down through the description box, see what I'm going to be doing to the items to make sure you're going to love that. If there's ever an item that says it's going to be painted and you don't want it painted, you can email me, upcycledbybrie@hotmail.com after you purchase it. Just let me know. Okay, no worries, Teresa. I'm pretty fast, so don't you worry, my friend. $19.95 on this. I'm going to give the whole thing a paint job. So where you see wood will be painted, and then I'm going to add some really pretty decoupage images on the inside. If you want to take the decoupage out, I will make sure it comes out easily in case you want to put pictures in instead. But this will be on an upcoming DIY video. That way I can highlight some paint and some of my new decoupage papers I'm carrying. I have got a vintage napkin holder here. A little handmade piece. Picked up and saved from the bins. Of course, you could put whatever you want inside of this. It could be by the front door, and you can corral your keys and your wallet, that little stuff with it. Cute little box for the bathroom for some bath bombs, maybe a candle. $10.95 on the vintage napkin box. I'm assuming somebody probably like made this in shop class or something. I scored on the old doorknobs. These are $8.95 each. They're going to be picked at random. I've got several available. I'll have probably a few more of these next week as well. And what I've been loving to do with these is just take a little sprig of floral. And popping them in. This might be a little tall. You get the point. And then setting them like on top of a book stack or on your tiered tray arrangement. So don't pass up the old doorknobs. I usually only grab the ones that have the hole in them where I can put in the flowers. $8.95 a piece. I have several available as far as I know. I think still several available. I found 2. Did anybody else just see me yeet those flowers behind me? That's why my house is always a mess. Do I think the knobs would take a stamp? Yes, I do, Teresa. If anything, I would just do a clear coat over them first, and then the stamp would be easy. But they're, they have a little bit of wear to them over the years, so there's just enough texture there. I think it would take it anyway. Mo saw me yeet the flowers. Oops. I forget how much of the room that this computer picks up compared to my phone. And it's usually a little skinnier. I found 2 brass bells yesterday. They were 50 cents each at the Giving Tree. I have the smaller one at $12.95 and the larger one at $14.95. And this one has a gorgeous etching in it. Simply stunning. Love brass bells, and that was a great price on them. All right, I found like 10, I think total, of these random little boxes at the by the pound bins. And I don't know if somebody was like using them for floating shelves or what. There's no bottom. Today we are going to stencil this one with one of my new stencils and add in some little floral jars, and it'll be $16.95 once it's all done and pretty. We'll do that at the end of the haul today. I showed this on a sneak peek a couple weeks ago and right before I got sick and said that if nobody buys it, I'm going to paint it. Oh, excuse me. Yes, that was a sneeze. And I had several people say, no, don't paint it. It's a piece of history. So I said, fine, I'll put it up on my thrift haul and I'll give y'all like a few days to buy it. If nobody buys it, it's getting painted. Getting painted and then a bunch of floral bottles added. But if somebody saves it before then, I won't paint it. It's $44.95. And I think I paid like $10 or something for this a couple weeks ago at Thrift World. Do you have any Pepsi lovers? Okay. Cute little vintage wall plaque. I always like to snag these, especially when I find them in the bins. They cost next to nothing. And I'm going to give this one a decoupage job. It'll be $8.95 when it's all said and done. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, y'all. If you wouldn't mind doing me a quick favor, a little thumbs up button, a little heart emoji, a little comment, and the biggest favor of all would be to share this out or send it over to a friend. Since I wasn't on last week, the algorithm is like, wah, wah, wah. We're not going to push your stuff, lady. So I need my friends' help. Any of those things would be much appreciated. Found this metal bucket in the bins, $14.95, and it is going to get a gorgeous floral transfer. The Pepsi crate makes great metal can spice holders. That is smart, Teresa. Paula is a Coke drinker. She has one of the old crates cut down with plastic bottles and all your Sharpies in them. Oh, you have a Sharpie problem. I totally understand that. There's nothing like a good marking instrument, whether it's a pen or a pencil, doesn't matter. Or a Sharpie. Teresa, I do have more. How many more do you want? Let me go look real quick. I just uploaded 5 more knobs. Okay, cool. You can go grab 2 more, Teresa, and then I will refund your shipping to you. Y'all, if you order multiple times from me here in the next 24 hours, maybe you keep checking back on my site and you're like, oh, I kind of like that. I need that. And you place 2 orders within the next 24 hours here. I will combine the shipping. I will put everything in one box and I'll refund back to you as much as I can. If you order 2 like super mega huge items and I combine them in one box, sometimes not as much can be refunded because it's a really big box to ship. But your girl always refunds back as much as possible. Dee Dee says, don't paint the crate. All right, I did just put 5 more doorknobs up. I did not realize those were going to be so popular. Teresa said she was going to grab a couple more. There should be a few more after that. Okay, so this will be transferred up, all beautiful, pretty flowers, and it'll be $14.95. When I pull things out of the Goodwill bins, usually the pay by the pound price is $1.89. But what I do is I bring everything home and I count how many items I have, and then I just average the price out. So I probably paid around $1.50 for that. I grabbed this little cutie out of the bins. It is up at $24.95, and I'm going to give it a beautiful chippy milk paint job. And it's going to look a lot older, a lot more authentic, like an old window arch. Right now, it's just okay. It's all right, but we're going to make it really cute. All right, let's talk about this piece. you can't even tell how massive it is back here. Look at this honkin' tobacco basket. So Goodwill bins find. It was just chilling on the top, hanging out. There were other reselling ladies there, and they weren't even batting an eyelash at it. I snagged it up so fast. Some people don't like, oh, the window's sold. Thank you, Marty. Some people don't like to pay the $5 for the large items. Your girl doesn't care. Give me big items for $5. I'm all over it. This big old honkin' thing is up at $129. It's going to be a pain in the butt to ship, but I had a million requests for it. So I said I would put it up on my Saturday thrift haul. If it doesn't sell in the next few weeks, it's probably going to come down and be added to Bree's spring wall decor. But for now, it is available. $129 for this big old mama jamma. I have made a new friend over on Whatnot. Her name is Lacey, and her family harvested and grew or whatever tobacco for the longest time. And she said that that is a very nicely made basket. It's got the Lacey seal of approval. That must have its own postcode, says Mo. I know, it's massive, right? Oh, Teresa picked up a bunch of transfers too. That a girl. Why are you saying I can't help myself? It's your job, girl. It's your hobby, your craft, your job. All right. How about a cutie little crock planter? I grabbed 3 of these total. I brought one to the thrift haul. It is up at $22.95. I think I'm going to take one to my Whatnot auction, and I think I'm going to keep one because I have one like this. So now I'll have a set of 2. And what's better than 1? 2. These came from the antique store. I paid, I think, $4 or $5 a piece for them. $22.95. This one does have a big old chip out of it, but you know, that just makes it better. All right, boy, we got stuff selling like hotcakes now. Dee Dee picked up some knobs. Sweet. Teresa grabbed some knobs. Marty, you got the window. Do you have a color preference, Marty? Since you're on live with me. I was thinking I would do it like a nice dark wood and then a light paint over the top. So really enhance the crackle. I found this pretty, I called it gold, but now that we're in this light, it's looking a little brassy, a little bronzy, slightly different color than I usually see on these little kindling baskets. Usually they're like super in your face, annoying gold or brass. But I loved the muted tones on this one. It's got the adorable claw feet, a little bit of patina, a little bit of rust. Whoa, the knobs are sold out. Boy, I will be sure to look and see if I can find even more of those for y'all. And I do have this up at $24.95. But for more than just kindling, I would also use this for like flowers and stuff in the spring. If you wanted to leave it outside, it would get gorgeous and rusty and crispy. I know a lot of people carry their cute little flower baskets. But your girl loves wood and metal. Okay, I don't always want a little frilly basket. Like I would use this to gather up my zucchinis and stuff in the garden. Brown and white. All right, Marty, I hear you, my friend. I got you. So kindling, flower, you name it, carrier, it is yours. I had to grab that one because the color was so unique. I've been working on looking for more art. I'm still not the best at it. I still forget sometimes. And I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's not my favorite to shop for. But when I saw this picture in the bins, not broken, I had to have it. The purple and the blue little florals are absolutely adorable. Love anything botanical. And I actually even love the frame on this one. It's a little gold, but it's got some like, oh, I don't know, whitewash almost effect over it. Simply stunning at $19.95. It is a made in the USA title bouquet picture. I have no clue where it came from originally. Measurements should be down in the description box. On that listing, that is. Little book stack for you, a little green book stack. I've had some requests for books. I found a few this week. Didn't hit as many as I usually do, but I did find this nice little set of green. Next Sunday Sermon and Swift Lightning. Oh, this one has something in it. Little church papers and bookmarks in it. Oh my gosh, so cute. Anyways, a stack of 2 books, $16.95. Love them turned this way. Love them even more turned this way. Those greens are perfect. I think I picked these books up at Charlie's, $3.99 for the large one and $1.99 on the small one. The tobacco basket looks like the one that I got at Ben Franklin's, $40 on the 50% off week. Nice. $40 is still a great price on one that large. Oh, yes, Teresa, please do. Teresa said she's going to send me a picture of the copper that she bought from me. It's all set up on her hutch. Y'all, I love seeing where all of my junk going to its forever home. You can always private message me pictures, or I also have my Facebook creative group. It's called Upcycled by Brie, a creative group, and you guys can go in there and drop all the pictures and inspiration you want. We love it. All right, I found this cutting board. It is a Crate and Barrel teak cutting board. It does have the one little crack right here, which is disclosed in the description. I personally would use this one for decor anyway, and those cracks have my heart. I love a good old cutting board. This one is definitely still usable as well, but I would add this one into my collection, probably like up on the back of my hutch or Hoosier. It's got some really great height to it. Great one to add into the collection, and I have it up at $24.95. I pulled this out of the Goodwill bins. Couple more things back here. I did this as a set of 2, which I don't always do on my thrift hauls. I thought it was kind of fun. Like maybe I should start doing some little bundle baskets and stuff on here too. $16.95 for the set of 2 aluminum pots. Obviously, they're decor use only. I love these for springtime. I put my potted plants in them. One of my favorite things to shop for too is old kitchen aluminum. All right, last thing today on my haul is some brass salvage, and these came off of an old lamp. I think I grabbed the lamps from an estate clean out, actually. I sold most of the salvage off at auction, but I did keep a couple pieces for the thrift haul. And again, this is going to be a set of 2. I've popped in some pretty little lavender and delicate white flowers. They're not glued in, though. You can take them out, restyle them as you wish. Also stick your Christmas trees in here at Christmas time. $19.95 on the set of 2. Okay, what a fun little haul. I love it. It was kind of random. I had a couple of things sitting over here for a couple of weeks since I missed last week. And then I did some crazy sourcing yesterday. So I kind of threw it all together this morning. But it looks like y'all loved it. I'm happy. All right, now we're going to do a little painting. Let me catch my breath. Teresa just picked up the flower picture. Thank you, ma'am. Not you, Teresa BDIY, another one of my Teresas. Oh, Marty says, I'm not good at sharing pics, but I have so many of your items sprinkled all over my house with many memories attached to them through the years. Y'all, Marty is one of my OGs. I've been doing this for 4 years now. Marty's been with me, I think, for like at least 3 of them. And yes, you have many of my handmade pieces. You've sent me a lot of pictures over the years, though, girl. Can I show the copper again? Which copper? The scuttle? This guy? He's got his little dent right here. the copper tin vase. The tin vase. What? This? These? Sorry, long hair country girl. I am not the brightest when it comes to requests. Are these which ones are you talking about? I didn't have that much copper today. Okay, let's do some painting. Let's do it. So I have this little box. Whatever you want me to show, country girl, just let me know. I'll pick it up. Just type it out for me. You might have to explain it to me better. So I'm going to take this little wooden box, and I'm going to use one of my new stencils I'm carrying. If I can find them. Where to put them? Here. And these are the JRV. Oh, okay. 1 second, long hair country girl. I might be able to find it. Give me just a hot second. I added these onto the JRV stencil roster. Let me grab the link for you real quick. And I have been eyeballing these for a long time. It's the Cheese Box Labels 2. I can never remember all the names. Okay, so I just dropped the link to this stencil real fast. Teresa found something for me. Rusty floral hanger. Oh, why did it pin that? You guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I swear I'm a professional. Yeah, long hair country girl, I might have to send you a private message after the show, because who knows where it is down in my inventory. But send me a private message if you need to see something closer. I would be happy to send you all the pics and stuff you need, okay? You can private message me on Facebook or Instagram, or you can email me upcycledbybria@hotmail.com, okay? Since we can't really message each other on YouTube. Emily, it's okay. I'm going to do a little painting and you can catch the replay. It's a busy Saturday morning these days. We have so many friends that are doing the important things. All right, so the Cheese Box Labels 2. I'm going to grab one of these out of here, and we're going to paint up this little box. I am obsessed with any old advertising. I've been eyeballing these stencils for a long time. Finally got some in stock. Squeak, squeak. So it is a little bit bigger than my boxes, but that's a great thing right now because I can show you guys how you can piece these stencils together. Piece and part them together. There we go. All right, so I'm also going to grab one of my JRB stencil brushes. Let's go with a 1/2 inch. I know Saturday mornings are busy. I watch Lacey while I list my Saturday morning haul, and then as soon as I'm done here, I hop off, and while I'm driving, not while I'm driving, while I'm hanging out after my thrift haul, I watch Alicia. And I'm going to use a DIY Sandy Blonde. Gorgeous, like crockery color. So my stencil doesn't fit on here all the way, and that's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just going to choose some pieces and parts to use. So I do want to use this little part right here that says Blue Label. I'm going to tape it down in order to do that, and then I'll just pick it up and move it around as I go. It's going to be great. All right, let me grab a paper towel so I don't make the largest mess in the world. Y'all, have a ton of JRV stencils available. The collection is down in the description box. Oh, you all did not want to hear me sniffling for the next 30 minutes. Hey, Lacey, we were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? I was talking about how I watch you every Saturday morning now while I list all my stuff. And then I do my show, and then I hop off. And when I'm done, I go hop on to Alicia's show. It's a busy morning with us ladies. All right, so I've just got the side of this stencil taped down, and then I'm going to use my hands as well to keep it in place. The key to getting a good stencil is to have a very dry brush. So I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of paint to my brush, and then I'm going to actually take it and offload most of that paint onto a paper towel. You have the driest of brushes here. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of a stippling method. This box has quite a bit of texture, so I'm going to need to make sure I take my time. And I'm afraid if I swirl too much, I'm going to get stuck under that wood grain. I sold a bunch of these boxes at auction before my stencil came in, and now I'm wishing I would have kept them so I could have DIY'd all of them. This is the part of the process where Maisie usually wakes up and thinks somebody's knocking on the door. So if that's happening to your dogs as well, I do apologize. Are you guys a stippler or a swirler? Oh, thank you. Teresa, you are amazing. She just dropped the link to my JRV brushes as well. I do have 3/8 inch, 1/2 inch, clear up to, what are these? 1 1/4? Huge. I remember watching some of my favorite creators back when I very first started this, and they would be showing products and, you know, different things they carry, and they couldn't remember the names of things. And I was like, how did they forget the names of the things they use and the sizes? Well, I'm biting my tongue now because I can hardly remember. I can remember out the names of all the DIY paints. After that, things start to get fuzzy. Okay, I guess I'll show you the big reveal. Ta-da! Gorgeous. So even with that uber textured wood, look how absolutely stunning that stencil came out. It appears to be, you know, slightly crooked. That is user error. Yes, it's a little off on the top. But you know what? Here's the thing. That makes it look like a much more authentic cheese box. So, you know, take your label on straight. But besides that, it's going very well. All right, with that genuine flavor of well-cured cheese, American processed cheese. What does this part say? All right, blue label. So now on this one, this little half of this stencil fits pretty well over here. I also like the little words. I think I'm going to go with the little words. Maybe we'll just say that the box is crooked. Yeah. Emily says, once you distress it, bam, nobody notices. If it bothered me that much, I could technically like sand it off and redo it, but I actually like it. I like when things look old and authentic. Same with like grain sacks and stenciling fabric. I've done a few like grain sack stripes on pillowcases and stuff, and they're never perfect, but that's okay because when you look at like the actual old grain sacks, they never are. Okay, we're getting crazy and out of control. I didn't tape it down this time. All right, these letters are little tiny, so I'm actually going to swirl over the top of them. And when you swirl, you kind of go one direction and then back the other direction. I'm not pushing down. I've got like a very, very light touch here. If you push down, you'll start to, push the paint underneath the stencil. Then I usually move my fingers down as I go and hold pretty tight next to the area where I'm stenciling. There's a big old swirl in the wood grain right there. Ta-da! Yeah. So cute. All right, and then I'm just going to use this one little part right down here. It says 2 pounds. I'm wild. Yeah, I know. Well, you know I'm wild. We wild and out of control. You guys, by the way, speaking of wild and out of control, I started crafting with some of the molds that I got. And I am making a video. I swear to goodness, I have a DIY video. It's going to be out so soon. But I have all of these new products and I just keep adding projects. And anyways, the molds that I got are pretty wild. I want to show you guys here in a second after I do this. How cute is this? So I used both of the stencils, just random little parts on them, and created my very own design for my cheese box. So do not be afraid, y'all, to mix and match your stencils, your transfers, your decoupage papers. Like, let's get wild in 2024. Okay, this is pretty mild, but you know what I mean? We're going to get wild. We're going to start mixing our papers and our stencils and our transfers. Just going to dry this up real quick. Teresa, I did use resin for the molds. It was my very first time ever using resin. You're going to laugh at me, girl, but we all learn, right? We all have to start somewhere. Barbara says whenever she swirls, she gets bleeds. It's hard. Swirling is harder to me. What I would recommend is try an even drier brush and less pressure. To me, the swirling can take longer if you're doing it right, because I feel like your brush has to be a little bit drier. All right, there we are, nice and dry here. I'm not going to do a lot of distressing because it's a little spotty anyway, but I've got some 220 grit here. It's a little spotty from like the wood grain. I'm just going to go over. There you go, like one time. Make it look a little bit older. And to seal it up, it's going to be super easy. Got my DIY clear wax here. You could also use Sweet Pickens hemp oil or any of the sealing products from Sweet Pickens as well on this wood would be lovely. And I've just got a little chip brush. I usually use chip brushes when I'm waxing like home decor pieces. Just easier. My son calls you Alanis Morissette now. He says you're triple threat, shop, sell, and crafty. Oh, I love that. That's so funny. I actually totally played that song the other day when we got off the live too. My voice is very Alanis-esque right now. It's so raspy. Oh, I love it. So nothing too fancy here with the sealing. Literally just rubbing some clear wax over the paint. And boom, it's sealed and done. Now, I know we don't have a bottom to this box, but that's okay. It's still super cute decor. Oops, it's the wrong lid. And what I'm going to do is add in 3 glass jars. Let me grab one more because that's only 2. Boom. 3 glass jars. So this cheese box is up and available, $16.95. You'll get the jars and the greenery with it as well. And then how about, I like these little yellow flowers a lot. Ta-da! How cute is this? So if you can't find cheese boxes in your area, you can make your own. And you guys, I see little thrifted boxes like this at the store all the time. Usually they even have bottoms in them. How cute. How cute is that? All right. My daughter just said, Mom, she said your name. Oh my gosh, you guys, I feel like a celebrity or something. YouTube famous. Dee Dee, Maisie is great. Maisie Moo, come here. She's napping right now. Oh, Vicky, safe travels home, my friend. I bet you will be happy to be home. Emily made her resin ball the first time using it. Okay, y'all, there's my cute little project. Let me grab the molds I made. Now, I am slightly disappointed. I really wanted to have this video up already because Valentine's Day is in just a couple weeks. But, you know, life happens. I got sick. I really tried to fight it, and I really couldn't. So, you know, they'll be up. It'll just be a little close to Valentine's Day, and that's okay. All right. Okay, Teresa, don't laugh. Now, I totally over poured my resin. I'm going to have to use a little sharp or a little X-Acto knife and cut these apart because they're all connected together. But I then got on Amazon and ordered the little like plastic resin pouring cups. So that will not happen anymore. Oh, yay, Teresa. Dee Dee just subscribed. Dee Dee is a wonderful friend. Look at these amazing parts. And the gears, total steampunk. I am obsessed. So I am not a big like Valentine's heart gal, but I thought I would get these and we would do a little steampunk Valentine project. It's going to be so much fun. So this one came out pretty good. And then, okay, I poured some keys too. And obviously I was trying to pour out of a big old Pyrex thing and it just wasn't working. But I can sit here and break all the extra off. So it's fine. They're going to be salvageable. And those came out of the mechanical locks molds. But you guys, I am obsessed. I don't even think I'm going to try clay. I mean, I don't know. I think the resin picks up the details so much more. Like this one obviously has some over pour too. But totally, totally amazing. And here's the resin I use. I need to link it in my Amazon shop. It does take like 24 hours or whatever to cure up. This is what Sammy used, so I went ahead and just ordered it as well. But anyways, I'm obsessed. Life is good. The crafts are happening. Thanks for hanging out with me on my thrift haul this morning. Does anybody have any questions for me about any of the products, the paint I used today, any of my finds? Otherwise, I'm going to hop off here and I am going to run to the post office. I've got all of my Shopify orders heading out today and I will be all caught up. So if you were waiting on something, thank you for your patience as I recovered. I worked my little tush off last night to get them all done. All righty, my friends, thanks for hanging out. Stay tuned for some really fun mold DIY videos coming up soon. This little guy is available $16.95 that we painted today. And be sure to check my Shop the Haul collection for all of my other finds and flips from this week. Send this video over to a friend, thumbs up, and I will see y'all again next time, same place, Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bye, friends.